I got more growing pains than Maggie, 'cause stackers nag me to take the silver out the baggie. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. What's up, y'all? Happy 420. I used to love that song. Never smoked. Anyways, Wayne Gretzky had a great quote, as you can see from the title. When you look up that quote, it says it like 5 different ways. But basically what he says is, skate to where the puck is going, not where the puck has been. In other words, look into the future. That's why he was so great. He doesn't skate to where the puck is. He goes to where it's going to go. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Got a lot of views on that one video I did about why I don't have gold. That brought me over the top of 600 subscribers. It took me about 450, about 400 something videos to do it, and a lot of shout outs. Because I'm telling you, I'm swimming upstream on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I got a lot of things working against me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I can get a lot of views and clicks if I wanted to, doing things that I know that will get me a lot of views and clicks. And all I have to do, all I got to do is pull out a lot of silver. Am I saying this to brag? Most of you guys know this. I got a lot of silver, man. And the videos that I do that in, no matter what I talk about, I get a lot of views. But that's not what it's about. It's not about just seeing a bunch of silver, in my opinion. Because that's what everybody else does, and I don't do what everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? Got a working man right here, delivering a package, Amazon. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see, man. People out here working in America, making an honest living. And it's late over here. It's about to get dark. I worked my butt off today. I had a lot of errands to run too. So I'm making this video kind of late. But my goal on this channel is to help everybody open their eyes to what's going on here in the world. I know a lot of people don't like me when I talk about politics, or like when I talk about politics. But this is a political world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. 10 years ago, we weren't like this in 2013. It's just a different world, man. Everything's politicized now. And you know, YouTube is a gift and a curse for me, because I just refuse, I refuse to bend the knee, all right? It ain't just for YouTube. It's for a lot of things out here. And I want to, I kind of want to go against the grain and say, hey, I want to ban all woke stuff, right? But unfortunately, it's very difficult in this world today, because 80% of the things are woke. The people that own everything are trying to push that agenda on everybody. So it's almost like you have to live on an island by yourself in order not to, you know, buy into those things. And I go against the grain a lot. I don't lie about anything, but I go against the norm, because I'm not a Bitcoin channel. I'm not a political channel. I'm not a silver or platinum or gold channel. What kind of channel is this? I don't think there's any channel like mine, to be honest. And I feel like, and you too, and you guys are like this too. We all are unique individuals. I don't like saying special. I like saying unique or extraordinary. I don't know a lot of people that can say, and I know there's some, but I'm a small percentage. I did the math. I'm in the top 1% of silver owners in the world. That's a good accomplishment. I didn't know that, but I watched many things on that, and I am. It's not that hard to do, especially living in America. And if you work hard and you're old like me, I'm 48, and but also I am in the 1% of Bitcoin owners, which makes me even more unique. And you know, you know me, I don't like talking about color and stuff like that, but in comparison to other people, there's not a lot of African-American people that stack silver. There are some, I've seen them, of course, but you don't see, you know, a lot of them. I think they represent less than the population of America. I think it's like 13% blacks or African-Americans in America. I think if you took all the silver stackers, I think it's less than 13% that stack. I think also in Bitcoin too. I don't think all the Bitcoin stackers in the world, there's 13% of African-Americans. But I could be off by 1 or 2. But I say that because every time I get frustrated with YouTube and I just want to say, why am I wasting my time with this? And I just want to leave. I think about the extraordinary position I'm in, or person that I am. Not saying I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. I'm not, trust me. I got a lot of faults and a lot of things I need to work on. But the position that I'm in, I truly believe this is my calling. I made some money in my life, just like you guys have. And it's not all about money, because I've given a lot away. I would have a lot more. But my late grandfather, he was such a nice man. God, he was so nice. He would give me money when I'd ask him for it. My grandma wouldn't. She'd make me work for it. But if I needed some money when I was really little, like 5 or 6, my grandpa would yell at me and tell me no at first. And I'd get all sad. And I said, okay, sorry to bother you, Grandpa. And I'd go in my room. He'd come in there 5 or 10 minutes later, and he'd give me the amount that I asked for. And he was just such a giving man. And as human beings, you know, we communicate, obviously, with our mouths, and we talk and stuff, but a lot of it we learn by osmosis. We learn from people that are around us and people that raised us and people that influence us. And I've always tried to be a giver. You know, I try to give away stuff, and I've gotten taken advantage of a lot of times because of that. It always seems like, and this ain't no woe is me thing, I'm making a point here, that when I'm in a relationship with somebody, whether it's a friend, family member, or whatever, I'm always the one probably giving the most, except for now, not me and my wife. Me and my wife we're 50-50. But, you know, let's just say I had to pay off a lot of people to get them out of my life. And I've learned a lot from that because I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned from those mistakes. And you got to give to the right people, right? People who deserve it. My point is, you got to learn all you can about life, man, and everything around you. Again, I love this freaking house. Love it. Actually, I don't know what I just said had to do with what I'm getting ready to say. But I'll tell you this. I try to be a good person. I've failed miserably many times. But now I feel like I got a higher calling and a higher power now. Trying to guide me the way. And when I first got involved with God's money, silver and gold, I just was astonished from what I was learning and what I didn't know. I didn't get into stacking precious metals until I was 45 and a half years old. I was born 1975. My birthday's January. I didn't find out about gold and silver until the summer of 2020. Boy, did I feel dumb. I felt dumb. So I had a lot of catching up to do. And I'm a student of the game, man. I work my butt off on anything I try to learn, man. I dive into it, you know. And I did that for months. And while I was digging into it, a couple of months into it, I started making a YouTube channel. I started talking about a bunch of different things. And in that, I was going back to my old videos. I learned every video I make, I watch it and I try to get better. Not saying it's working, but I try. But as I'm watching other YouTube channels, and I remember I didn't show my face in the beginning. And I had to ask myself, why are you not doing that, Jerry? Why are you not showing your face? And I couldn't come up with an answer. The only thing I was saying was because everybody else was doing it. And I ain't never lived my life like that. I've never been a follower. But I thought it was different because the people that I was emulating, copying, following, whatever, the Yankee Stackings, the Silver Dragons, all these other guys, I thought they were different because this is something we had to do. But then I realized, I said, nah, this is not the way. So I started showing my face. I'm not saying that was a good or a bad thing, but more and more people have done it. Not following me, it's just a lot bigger channels than me show their face. But the majority of them, the majority of big channels don't. And that's their prerogative. They do what they want to do. That's another thing that makes me different. But I felt like it was it didn't make any sense for me to be meeting all these people and going to coin stores and going to coin shops and going to coin shows and stuff, and me hiding my face, and then when I get there, I'm showing my face. It just didn't make any sense to me. So I started showing my face. But as I kept going on with my my journey, because again, I was young in the game, probably about 3-4 months in, I started hearing more and more about Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin was something that I heard about before, just like I heard about gold and silver. I just didn't know about gold and silver bullion. Like, I didn't really know about the coins. I take that back. I did know a little bit about gold and silver coins. I just didn't know the value of them. I just thought they were just coins because I was listening to Warren Buffett. Because gold, he told us, was just a shiny rock and didn't mean anything. And he was wrong about that. And so, as I kept hearing more and more about Bitcoin, because there's certain words and phrases and tags in the tags of videos, because YouTube's job is to keep you on the platform, and they figure you're gonna like a certain thing. And I heard Robert Kiyosaki talking about Bitcoin, and Robert Kiyosaki is one of my heroes, man. And I love that guy. And he was talking about it. And I'm sitting there thinking, because I was thinking, you know, in my few months in silver and gold, I was thinking, you know, this cryptocurrency stuff is the opposite of gold and silver. Like, why would I buy this crap? You know? Then I started learning more about cryptos. I said, all right, I'm gonna put some money into this. I'm gonna do it just like I do gold, silver, and Bitcoin. I mean, gold, silver, and platinum. So I bought some Bitcoin, I bought some Ethereum, and I bought some Litecoin, because those three were the equivalent to my metals. And as I learned more and more about them, I realized Ethereum and Litecoin and XRP and all the altcoins were not what I thought they were. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not bashing them, okay? But when it comes to them being a money, they're not, and compared to Bitcoin. And it wasn't like I was trying to look to see if Bitcoin was better. I was just looking to see what was what. Because again, I always look for the truth. I don't care about feelings or how I felt about something. Because again, it took me a long time to buy Bitcoin, about 7.5 months into my stacking, and I had a lot of precious metals stacked up. You know, we love the Batmobile and the shuttle. Speaking of that, I heard Elon Musk's rocket exploded or something. I was working today, so I didn't get to see it. So the more and more I learned about cryptos, the more and more I knew or learned that Bitcoin is not crypto. And cryptos ain't Bitcoin. They're completely different. I always thought they were the same. And I always asked people when I was learning on my journey, because I bought them. I bought those three. I said, why is Bitcoin so expensive? Why is Bitcoin so much? And they will tell me why. And I'll watch the videos. And then what I did is, I'm a historian. I like to go back to the beginning. And I watched every documentary, every story. I read the white paper. I took classes. I read books. I'm serious. Listened to the naysayers of why it didn't work. I did all kind of research. And when that light clicked on for me, my whole world changed when I found out what Bitcoin is. Because see, guys, you know my title and you know who I am. I'm Jerry. And Jerry loves freedom, and so do you guys. And I changed my name to this channel so many times. Jerry loves gold and silver. Jerry loves Bitcoin and silver and gold. And Jerry loves platinum. And Jerry loves decentralized assets. You know the names. But I had to narrow down to Jerry loves freedom. That's why I love the United States, the older version, and hopefully we get back to it. That's why I love our founding fathers. And that's why I love that great Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And when I read that white paper and I really understood the concept of Bitcoin and what it is and how it works and why it was started, I said, wow, it blew my mind. And I felt like a complete moron because I didn't put the work in. I was listening to people that were gold bugs and people that were making money on the fiat currency, Ponzi scheme. Because Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, those guys, let's just say they benefited off of fiat currency. And then the gold bugs, who didn't know anything about Bitcoin or anything like that, were telling everybody Bitcoin was bad, cryptos are bad. So once I really learned about it, I still have my Bitcoin on an exchange. And once I learned that it's not yours, not your keys, not your coins, I bought a cold storage. And I learned all about it. And what I did was, I took my Litecoin and my Ethereum and I put it into Bitcoin. And that's all I have is Bitcoin, as far as cryptocurrencies go. And once I learned about it, it just blew my mind, man. And I wanted to tell the world about it, just like I did when I first found out about silver and gold. A lot of people got upset with me in that video when I talked about why I don't have any gold. And I broke down the combination. If you haven't watched it, just go watch it. It's called Why I Don't Have Any Gold. And I'll give you a quick spoiler alert. It's a combination of silver and platinum, and to be honest, mostly Bitcoin. Because silver and platinum do things that gold just don't do, as far as in industry and platinum being more rare and things like that. But gold is the ultimate storage of value. It's a tier 1 asset. It's a great asset. It's God's money. Nothing has been better until January 3rd, 2009, when Bitcoin came out. I was going to make a video today. I had it all written out. It's going to be called 10 Reasons Why Bitcoin is Better Than Gold. I decided not to make that video. I may make it in the future. And if you guys want me to make it, I will. Because I don't want to make it a Bitcoin versus gold thing. Because I'm not about dividing. I want to unite us because we're divided enough. Because I don't want my gold bugs out there. I don't want my gold bugs to look at Bitcoin in a bad light. Gold is great, man. Gold is absolutely outstanding, man. It is God's money. It's almost the perfect money. You cannot go wrong with gold. You just can't. You know, it's just so great. I love gold. Love the color of it. I love the way it looks. I love that you can have all that wealth in one hand. In my stacking career, in my short stacking career, I did the math. I looked back at videos, I looked back at receipts. I had about 31 and about half ounces of gold, give or take. I could be off by an ounce or two. And you go back to my videos, you'll see, you know, what I did. I had buffaloes, I had, you know, American Eagles, I had Krugerrands, Maple Leafs, I had a bunch of 10th ounces, I had quarter ounces, half ounces, you name it, I had it. I was trying to get my 500-to-1 ratio like Mike Maloney told me about. I needed to catch up with my silver because I had a lot of gold at the time, and so I did. But once I started learning about Bitcoin and what it does, my God, I am not sitting here. I'm not going to tell anybody, none of my gold bugs, because I love you guys and I respect you guys. I respect the hell out of you guys. I'm not going to tell any of you guys to sell your gold. I would never say, never to do that. I did it because of the reasons I said in the video. But I will say this. On this channel, I promise you to my last breath that I'm going to fight for freedom. And I truly believe that the best freedom money in the world is Bitcoin. It just is. I believe it's the hardest money and the best money in the world. You don't know something is the best until you actually study it and know it. And I have to pinch myself when I wake up in the morning. I'm serious. I pinch myself in the morning thinking, I cannot believe I'm sitting on this opportunity, because I'm old enough to know about technology and the things that I missed. I missed the dot-com bubble, you know, the big internet bubble. I missed the internet, big, you know, the AOL stuff, making money off that. I missed making money on Amazon. I was one of those people that said it was a bookstore. You know, there were a lot of people back in the days, because a lot of people tell me, when gold has got a 5,000-6,000 year history. It does. But there were a lot of people back in the days that all they knew about was horses. And when the car came out, they thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, looking back and hearing their reasons why, and that's all they knew, I don't blame them for thinking that way. Especially if you raised horses and that's all you rode, and all of a sudden these horseless carriages come out. It just seemed crazy. And right now, to you gold bugs and my silver bugs, Bitcoin seems crazy. And I understand that, because I was sitting in the same boat as you were. I promise you I was. Bitcoin is freedom money, ladies and gentlemen. I sometimes have to trick you guys into talking about it. I call it getting people on silver and gold. I call it being a gold or a silver ambassador. That's what I call it. When I used to go out, I used to talk to people about gold and silver, and they didn't know about it either. Because if I was a guy that was in finance and didn't know about it, I'm pretty sure the average citizen didn't know about it either. With Bitcoin, they call it orange pilling. Orange pill someone. That's what they call it. And I watched a video yesterday. I don't know, it was yesterday, the day before. They were talking about how to orange pill somebody. And the things they were talking about, I did some of them, but mostly I do it wrong. Because I probably try to orange pill you guys more than anything. And the reason being is, you guys are the hardest ones to orange pill. But you'd be the best one to orange pill. And the reason I say you're the hardest is because when you learned something over and over and over again for years and years, especially my gold bugs and my silver bugs that have been stacking for this long, I couldn't imagine how you feel when a guy like me is talking about this BS, Bitcoin BS. I get it, man. I was like that a couple months in. So I couldn't imagine how you guys feel a few years in, 5, 10, 12 years in. But you guys are the best to orange pill, because you guys are the smartest. You already know what real money is. You already know. I don't have to tell you about the fiat Ponzi and all this other stuff. It's so funny when you listen to the Bitcoin community. I'm so blessed to be in both of these communities, in the precious metal community and the Bitcoin community, because they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. And we all think alike. It's so funny. We say the exact same things. I swear, if you just listen to them talking and blurted out the word silver or gold or Bitcoin and didn't know what they were talking about, didn't know the words, you couldn't tell us apart. The problem is, it's hard to unite us because there's so, people that are on one side of the fence or the other are so dead on their thing. And I get why, because they're the best. Silver is the best. Gold is the best. Platinum is the best. And Bitcoin is the best. And fiat currency is the worst. We know it's a Ponzi scheme. And the reason why you guys are the best, my precious metal stackers, to get you guys orange pilled, because you guys get it. You guys get it. When you take everything in the world, because this is how the world works. It's all about math, ladies and gentlemen. And when you understand math, you'll understand why I'm so into it. I mean, you guys understand math. There's two kids behind me. Bitcoin is a tier 1 asset, ladies and gentlemen. It's a prestigious property. It's a digital property, but it's also a very scarce property. Very scarce. Just imagine taking all the best things from gold as far as money wise, because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to go long. Sorry guys, got a few things to say. The reason why real estate and the stock market is so high right now, because the millennials, I feel so bad for them. They got screwed, man. It's hard for them to buy a house. I'm almost a millennial. I think millennials started in 1981. I was born in 1975. No matter how hard you work, you're always behind. And you're in an inflationary situation since 1971, before I was born. So when you take everything and divide it by $1, that can just be printed to oblivion, and the housing is going up and the stock market's going up. The houses don't go up because they're worth more, and the stocks don't go up because the companies are worth more. The reason why they do that, and basic people know this, is because people cannot save in cash. You can't just put money in a bank account anymore and put it in a savings. Even in a high yield savings right now, you can't do it. So real estate is overblown because there's more money that's being put into it than it's outdoing its utility. A house is here for two reasons, ladies and gentlemen: to live in and to make money on. Now people are just using it for a savings account. Even if they don't make any money and they break even, it's still safer to put it. You can buy a house for 200 grand, your rent be 1,500 a month or 2 grand or whatever it is, and your rent, your tenants only pay your mortgage, and you break even. The percentage you're making on your house, on average, used to beat inflation. Same thing with the stock market. Stock market overall, you get about 10%, something like that, year over year, something like that. A lot better than losing 2% or 5% now in inflation. Take those properties of gold and all those things and put them into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's only 21 million that'll ever be made, and it's perfect math. Look it up. Every single day Bitcoins are mined, and you know every single day how many are mined. We don't know how many gold ounces are being mined, silver or platinum. We don't know. We don't know how many gold, silver, or platinum ounces there are in the world. We don't know how many houses there are in the world. We don't know how many houses are being made. We don't know. But when you take Bitcoin and you divide everything by Bitcoin, it's deflationary. Everything gets cheaper because there's less and less Bitcoin in the world in comparison to the things that are being made every day. The money printer, when it goes burr, it prints more money than there are objects. We printed 80% of the money that's ever been in the last 3 years. But Bitcoin is TikTok next block. 900 a day gets mined right now until the halving. Every 4 years is a Bitcoin halving. 93%, something like that. I forget what percentage it is of all the Bitcoin are mined. Something like that. It's 19.3 million Bitcoin have been mined. We're coming up on the 4th halving. And when that halving comes, and there's only 450 million or 450 Bitcoin a day versus 900, and more people are adopting it, the price is going to skyrocket. I don't look at the price in dollars anyways. I take a house and I divide it by Bitcoin. How many Bitcoins does it take to buy a house in 2023 versus what it did in 2012 or 13 or 14 or 15? When you check that chart, let me give you a spoiler alert. It takes a lot less Bitcoin. My point is, Bitcoin is a baby, ladies and gentlemen. It's brand new. It's only 14 years old. January 3rd, 2009. In my opinion, probably the greatest technological invention was ever made, man. And the reason I say that, if you see, it's beautiful. It's perfect, man. It's absolutely perfect. I have to wake up and pinch myself every day. So do me a favor. Don't skate to where the puck is. Skate to where the puck is going. And take a hard look at Bitcoin. I don't make a dime off this, ladies and gentlemen. I will promise you this. I promise you. As a orange pillar person that orange pills people, and a silver ambassador, I promise you I'll help you along the way. I'll help you. I'm not an expert, but every single day I'm getting better at it. I'm learning more. And if you need help, hit me up. Text me, send me an email, whatever, and I'll help you. And I'll send you to some videos you should go to. Matter of fact, I'll put some videos in the links. And you can start your Bitcoin training or get your knowledge of Bitcoin. And go around and kick the tires and see what's up with it. You do not want to be that person back in the day who had a horse and refused to buy a car. Or that person that said email's stupid. I'd rather mail my stuff. Or the person said, oh, Amazon's just a bookstore. Or that internet, it's a scam. Don't be that person. I'm telling you, this is what Bitcoin is, or maybe better. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I love each and every one of you. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin. And if you have any questions, if you want to bash it, be my guest. I'll never delete any of your comments. But we'll agree to disagree on that. I always say that, respectfully. I'll talk to you guys soon. Say a prayer for this country, ladies and gentlemen. But God, I tell you, him making our money, gold and silver and platinum, and him giving this knowledge to someone who made this technology. When you see Bitcoin, you can't unsee it. So God bless this country, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.